And I think that a lot of you guys are likely at this point, or you're gonna get to this point at some point as an online fitness coach. Like, everybody wants this shit. Like, everybody wants to travel, everybody wants to explore, everybody wants to live their life, everybody wants to travel with their best fucking friends, but most people aren't willing to go through the pain of transformation. What's going on, Facebook? I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of the behind the scenes of my Balinese vacation, and this live stream is gonna talk about tough choices, because here I am, and it's been 5 years, and I've had to go through a lot to get where I am today. So I'm gonna be sharing some of the tough choices I've had to make to become the person that I am today, and hopefully it gives you guys some insight, because I think that some of you guys think that it just came and it just happened, and that honestly it's not the case. I've had to make a lot of personal sacrifices to be the person I am today, and I want to talk about tough choices and some of the things that I've had to do to become the person that I am today. So it's actually really weird to be here right now in this location with this view, because like, if I think back to myself 5 years ago and the person that I used to be, I honestly felt like I didn't deserve this. Like, I would see people that were living in places like this, and I would just tell myself, like, man, I wish I could have that life, and I wish I could go to places like this, and I wish I could travel, and I wish I could explore. But I actually think the fucked up part of me 5 years ago was I felt like I didn't deserve to be in a place like this, to be able to travel to places like this and explore and be in a tropical climate and be able to, like, see the world. I honestly felt like I didn't fucking deserve it. And it could be for a variety of reasons. It could be because I came from a background where my family didn't have a lot of money. It could be because when I was younger, I used to steal a lot. It could be because I used to party a lot, but I just felt like I didn't fucking deserve to be here right now. I felt like I didn't deserve this. So to be able, my grandma's watching, she's gonna love this. To be able to be in a place like this 5 years later and be so happy and so grateful and so blessed to be here is an incredible experience. And I think that something that people don't talk about a lot is the evolution, and we're going to talk about the breakthrough, Derek, the evolution of becoming a better person, because I think that every single person, you wouldn't be tuning into this live stream if you weren't interested in becoming a better person, because the title of the live stream is talking about what it takes to go from your pain to your vision. And the truth is, you guys, it takes a lot of fucking tough choices. And I'm going to tell you about the hardest choice that I've ever had to make, because with every new level, you guys, with every new barrier, with every new goal that you set for yourself, you have to become a different person. Like, you cannot accomplish a new level of goal as the same person that you are right now. It just doesn't work like that. And so if you have a goal and you want to make more money than you've ever made in your life, then you have to become a different person. You have to become a better person. You have to evolve. And the reason that most people don't evolve, the reason that most people don't change, is because most people aren't willing to go through the process of change. And I want you to imagine this like a butterfly, right? In order for a caterpillar to become the butterfly, it has to go into a cocoon, and it has to shed its shell. And in that process, there's 100% a lot of pain. And most people, instead of dealing with the pain, instead of going through that experience, would rather stay in their current situation, even though they don't like it. And the way that this manifests, this refusing to transform, this refusing to evolve, this refusing to become a better person, for most people is, most of you would rather stay at your job that you absolutely hate than take a risk and go after something that you really want, because taking a risk and going after something that you really want is going to put you in pain. It's going to put you in a little bit of debt. It's going to put you in a financial place where you might be tight for a little while. It's going to put you in a place where, like, you don't know if you're going to pay your rent. Most people would rather stay in pain than go through the evolution and the transformative process. So for me, one of the biggest things, I'm going to tell you guys about the decision to let go of Aesthetic Nation, because I've never talked about this on a live stream before. And most of you guys know that right now I'm a full-time business coach, so I spend my entire life mentoring other online fitness coaches to become better people. But the truth is, I spent 4 years as an online fitness coach. And in those 4 years, I developed I worked with over 1,000 clients, and I worked with 7 online trainers, and all of us together were building this movement of people who were living happier, healthy lifestyles. And then I came to a point where I realized, and this was last year, I came to a point where I realized, I'm like, man, I don't know if I'm like passionate about Aesthetic Nation anymore. It was like earlier this year, I'm like, I love mentoring other trainers, and I kept seeing trainers come into my program and getting amazing results. And I looked at all the trainers that were working at Aesthetic Nation, and I was like, man, like everyone's getting amazing results. And I actually love the idea of mentorship better than I love the idea of fitness coaching. And I was like, shit, like, but I had spent 4 years building this vision, right? So I'd spent 4 years building like my online fitness training company, and I had so many trainers that believed in it and so many clients that we'd help transform. But I came to this point where I was like, I don't know if I'm passionate about this anymore. I think I want to dive deep into PT domination. But the problem was that I had so many people riding on me for Aesthetic Nation. As in, I had so many people that were like invested in Aesthetic Nation, so many people that had put everything into it. And so for me to actually admit to myself that like, yo, like, I don't know if I'm passionate about this anymore, was really painful, because it wasn't just that like I was letting myself down. I felt like I was letting other people down. I felt like I was letting my trainers that work for me down. I felt like I was letting people down who were trusting me with their fitness goals. I felt like I was like, the pain of other people's expectations was weighing heavily on me. But I knew it. Like, I knew that even though it was a painful idea, and even though like giving up Aesthetic Nation was the idea of it like put me in so much pain, I just knew in my heart that it was right. I knew that I had to let go of something that was good so that I could get something great. And so I did. Like the caterpillar becoming the butterfly, I decided that I was gonna make the step and I was gonna fold my company. So I built something for 4 years. I built Aesthetic Nation for 4 years, and within a month, I dissolved the whole thing. I let all the trainers like do their own thing. I let them take their own clients, and I just dissolved it, literally, after 4 years of hard work. So I had spent 4 years investing myself into doing something, and I dissolved it in a month because I was no longer passionate about it. And I can't tell you how painful that is. Like, I can't tell you how painful it is to have friends that I was like super, super close with that don't really want to talk to me anymore because I decided that I wasn't passionate about it. And I didn't dissolve Aesthetic Nation because I'm like, I resent anyone, or that I'm not like, I wasn't happy with them. I just wasn't happy with myself. I wasn't happy with the way that it was going. And so for me, I had to let go of something that I used to think was my life, so that I could embrace my higher calling. And I think that a lot of you guys are likely at this point, or you're gonna get to this point at some point as an online fitness coach. Like, everybody wants this shit. Like, everybody wants to travel. Everybody wants to explore. Everybody wants to live their life. Everybody wants to travel with their best fucking friends. But most people aren't willing to go through the pain of transformation. And I'm talking about letting go of the shit that is no longer serving you. I'm talking about not spending your time with the people that are sucking your energy. I'm talking about not working at that job that's literally making you sick. I'm talking about working at that, leaving that toxic relationship where that person is literally sucking every ounce of your energy. Most people aren't willing to go through the pain of transformation, which is why they're stuck in their lives, and which is why they'll never fucking get this. Like, you don't get this by accident. This is hard fucking work. Not just hard work, but sacrifice. And I think that every single time that I level up and I become a different person, it's as a result of me letting go of some things that were holding me back. Whether that be, with Aesthetic Nation, like Aesthetic Nation was holding me back from my true calling, because I honestly think even PT domination, like I love the shit out of PT domination, but I really do think that my higher calling in life is gonna end up, like I'm gonna end up writing books and speaking. Like, I really think that's what I'm meant to be. And I see PT domination as the gateway. So I'm gonna mentor as many fitness coaches as I possibly can to completely dominate the game. And then in like 30, 40 years old, I'm gonna step up into my motivational speaker game, and that's where I'm going. But in that process will be an evolution, right? And in that process, I'm gonna have to let go of some of the things that are holding me back so I can step up and step into my higher power. And I think that a lot of people aren't willing to do that. That's the truth. I think that a lot of you guys would rather stay stuck at jobs that you hate because it's safe. Because if you're afraid of the pain of transformation, you're afraid of letting your mom down, or you're afraid of letting your dad down, or you're afraid of letting your brother or sister down that has all these expectations of you to be like a doctor or a lawyer or stay in school or finish and get your degree. And you would rather live up to other people's expectations than stay true to yourself and go through the evolution and go through the process of becoming a better person. Like, change is fucking painful. It's not supposed to be easy. When I had a drug addiction, like giving up drugs was not fucking easy. It was like, there was like a month, 2 months, 3 months where all I did was think about drugs. Like, that's fucking hard. But I just knew that like this was no longer something that I was willing to do. And so if you want to evolve into the higher level of your version of yourself, you have to imagine yourself like shedding off your old skin. You have to imagine yourself like being in a place in your life where if you want to become a better person, if you want to get things like this, if you want to travel, if you want to have the money to explore, if you want to have your dream car, if these are things that you want, you're going to have to realize that it's going to be a painful process. And in that process, you're going to have to let go of some things that are no longer serving you. And that is the pain, right? And you're going to let some fucking people down. And you might have to cut some people out of your life. And some people might not like that. But you have to decide if you're gonna live your life based on what other people want for you, or if you're actually gonna step up and step into your power and let go of some of the things that are holding you back. So yo, 5 years later, it's been 5 years, and I'm proud to say that I do fucking have this. And I worked really, really, really hard for it. And not just worked hard, but I had to work through a lot of myself, and I had to overcome a lot of personal, I guess, limitations where I was holding myself back from stepping up because I was afraid of what John or Janine or whoever the fuck was thinking about my decisions. But instead of that, man, like I'm just willing to bet on myself. I'm willing to go through that pain. I'm willing to let go of those things that no longer serve me so that I can step up into my higher level. So I want you to understand that if you have big goals, there is always big sacrifice. And I'm not saying that you have to like cut people out of your life, but if you want to become a full-time online fitness coach, then you can't work somewhere else. It just doesn't fucking work like that. Like if you want to travel full-time and you want to explore and you want to go on adventures, then a lot of the things that you have at home might have to take a break and they might have to like pause. That's just like a sacrifice you have to make. So you have to understand that pain, there's always going to be some sort of pain in the transformative process. And instead of running from it, I think it's important that we learn how to embrace it. We learn how to embody it. We learn how to move through it. Because I believe in every single person watching this live, because I believe in myself. And I've been to this shithole, man. Like, I came from the trailer park. I came from a background where I didn't have a lot of money. I came from like stealing clothes to keep up with the cool kids. I came from doing drugs to feel like I was a part of the crew. I know what that's like. And now I know what it's like to live in abundance, and I can promise you, absolutely promise you, that it takes sacrifice. It's gonna take some hard work, and it's gonna take some dedication. But yo, that's it for now. So that's the story. That's Aesthetic Nation. Aesthetic Nation was something in my life where it was the most important part of my life for such a long period of time. And then it got to a point where I realized that I was no longer passionate about it. And I was more passionate about helping other online fitness coaches completely dominate the game. Like that's where I was like really passionate. And so I had to make the tough decision of letting go of something that I liked to move into something that I loved. And if you're watching this and you want to become a full-time online fitness trainer and you want to travel, you want to explore, you want to step up, you have to understand that every single level that you move up into, you're going to have to let go of something that kept you at the old level. You can't be the same person that you are now and expect to accomplish goals that are higher than you are right now. It doesn't work like that. You have to become a different person. And in that transformation, in that evolution, there's always going to be a little bit of sacrifice. And then that sacrifice is going to be a little bit of pain, sometimes a lot of pain. So yo, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm going to go back to enjoying my Balinese villa. Hope you guys have the best day of your whole life. Comment on this live and let me know what you took away from it, because I know there's a lot of people tuned in. We had like 25 people at one time. That was awesome. That's it for now. Hope you guys have an awesome day. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.